occultation jintamiko. Here we go. Sentinel Alpha team and Bravo team crossover with Atlas Corporation. Fatless. to stop the Terran KVA invasion happening in the Atlas Detroit camp. Will it defend the camp or leave their camp to rot? Ooh. Okay, here we go. Old friends, new enemy. Old friends, new friends, and new friends. Okay. Atlas refugee camp, Detroit, Michigan, 2 in the afternoon. Christmas. Good to see you again, guys, the CEO of Atlas said. His name is Jonathan Irons. How's the Sentinel been treating you guys since you transferred? Although I miss being at Atlas, the Sentinel is cozy. Squads are laid back because there are many squads in this task force, Mitchell said. I love your honesty, and that's why you're assigned to Atlas 2 years ago, Irons said. Yeah, I don't regret being in Atlas with you, Irons, Gideon said. You know what Irons looks like?
What? Wait, hold on. I gotta look at your thingy. I was watching your stream.
Oh.
Your Twitch stream. Like that?
Yeah. And this is what Jonathan Irons looks like. Literally the same.
Where's the flavor?
Huh?
Nothing.
That's Jonathan Irons.
They look like the same. Yeah, what?
Yeah, cause they did what is it, mocap of their actual faces. Hold up, there's a freaking hair in my eye. Yikes. Yikes. Alright. Where are we? Gideon? Alright. I don't regret being in Atlas with you, Irons, Gideon said. Irons chuckled. Anyway, you guys instead of standing in the middle of the entrance, meet me in the conference booth at 3 p.m. sharp. You go, Irons, Ilona said. Irons waved and speed walked in the opposite direction of us. In the group of Ilona, Gideon, Mitchell, Scorpion, Foxcroft, Rachel, and I, Jesus Christ, we stood there for a bit until we wanted to do something. We then randomly started to walk in the main pathway going deeper into the camp. Lots of people staying in tents, all because of the war that's going on around us. At least Atlas's message came clear over the city. It's our job to protect the refugees. How come it's always our? Like, I always misspell our with out. It's because the T is right next to the R, okay?
That sounds like an excuse to me.
It's not an excuse. Look at your keyboard. The R is right next to the T.
Yeah.
So why
excuses.
So why the hell are they going for the refugees? Scorpion asked. It's ridiculous, yes, but it's to make their statement clear that the United States isn't doing anything, Mitchell replied. We're here to stop them and prove them wrong. If we do end up eliminating the enemy's teams, that's good for us, Gideon added on. Irons confirmed with deep analysis that all of Terran is coming with a little bit of KVA, Eleno said. All of Terran? They must have a little left then, I said. You wish, but I think there are going to be a lot of people, Gideon said. That's crazy, Foxcroft said. Yeah, well, we're all a little bit crazy, aren't we? Gideon said. That's true. We got to the makeshift basketball court by accident. There was a little game going on. We decided to sit down at the side bleachers and just chill there for a little bit. Of course, I sat next to Rachel. I wanted to talk to her for a bit. Rachel, how do you feel about this? I asked. About what? Rachel replied. About Atlas? Yeah, that. I don't know. I'd rather stay in the Sentinel because I don't want to learn anything new when changing teams, Rachel said. Right, I replied. A basketball player hit an insane basket from half court. Yeah! Scorpion cheered the player on. The player acknowledged Scorpion and gave a 2-finger salute. Scorpion sat back down and watched the game once more. No! How many times do I have to say this? Rachel, I said. Yes, Jay? I love you. I softly said. Rachel laughed in a cheeky manner. I love you too, Jay. Oh my god. I keep saying that. Viper keeps saying that, I mean. Rachel and I kissed each other on the lips, just a quick one, since we were sitting with other people. Since I didn't have my mask on, I showed her my smile, and she smiled at me back at me. I never let you go, Rachel. I grabbed Rachel's hand and held it on my lap. You too, Rachel said and gently squeezed my hand. Aww.
Aw.
Such a ship. 2:55. Alright, guys. We gotta get to the conference booth. Topside, Gideon said, standing up from the bleachers. Let's go, Scorpion said. We all then stood up from the bleachers and walked away. A basketball player two-finger saluted us as we walked out. I saluted them back. We strutted our way to the conference booth. Irons was in the glass enclosed room, and Irons acknowledged the presence of give a hand gesture to come into the room. Ha, welcome guys, you are 1 second early, Irons said. Have a seat, anywhere is fine. I looked down at my watch to just about see the time go from 2:59 to 3 o'clock. I guess he's very strict on what he does in his position of the army. I took a seat right next to Rachel and put my hands under the table on my lap. I waited for the last person to sit down, and that person was Foxcroft. Who else would it be? Who says this? Alright, so we are expected to be attacked by evening when it gets dark. I've already sent the word out to the other people in this campout. The people are going to stay in a bunker south of here, just 5 blocks away. I've set out the defense team to carefully defend the bunker. Why are some people still here then? Scorpion asked. They are already ready, Iron said. They are just here to help or stall a little bit before things get worse. Yeah, what about the Terran and KVA? I asked. Do you know where they are located right now? Judging by the global heat maps, the last known location of the presence was at Vermont, but they can get here earlier than expected, Irons stated. Like I said, they should be expected to land here by dark. By evening when it's dark. Will we expect heavy resistance then? Right? Foxcroft asked. Oh yes, definitely, Irons said. But our team's got it. You guys are doing something else. This is why I brought you guys over here. What are we doing? Mitchell asked. There will be a piece of intel we need to extract him alive, Iron said. He's a scientist and the engineer of Manticore. His name is Pierre Danois. You guys will go behind enemy lines, try to scoop this guy out. He is guaranteed to be with the KVA and he's going to be here. We need him for what? I asked. We need him to get to the leader of the KVA. His codename is Hades, Iron said. We need to get rid of him so our world will come in peace. Alright, so what do we got? Gideon asked. Well, we got us and our weapons, Iron stated. Your weapons, if you remember, are still in your helicopters that brought you here. We never touched them. You have permission to equip your weapons inside the perimeter. Regroup at sundown, so around 5 in the evening, alright? Dismissed. Alright. Gideon said and clapped in acknowledgement and stood up from his chair and walked out the door. Let's get our weapons on that we can stall, I said. Defense mechanism, here we go. December 25th, 2014, 5 o'clock p.m. Codename Viper, Sentinel Task Force, and Fatless Corporation.
Fatless.
What made you think about Fatless?
Okay, so me and my friends used to play Portal 2 co-op all the time, and one of the robots' name was Atlas. And so me and my friend really likes to tease each other, and I played Atlas, and he called me Fatless. And it made me really mad, so...
Oh.
Fatless.
That's freaking great. Alright, the sirens are around me started to sound and I started to feel the blood rush through my veins. The dark, moody atmosphere in the streets of Detroit made it more eerie than that it fits perfectly with the sound of the sirens. Alright boys, Mitchell said, let's get moving to the outside perimeter of this place. Is that where we'll flank them and get to the scientist? Rachel asked. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I replied before anyone else could reply. Wow, Viper. Wow. He's right, Mitchell said. We started to jog our way out the entrance of the camp and went around to the east side of the camp. Since the enemies were going to come from the east, also there was only one entrance and it treated as the one and only main exit of the camp since this camp is highly secured. There were a few motorcycles parked outside the perimeter, but Gideon seems to be interested in riding them. The scientist, Denwa, is going to be further away from here. We need to get ride these to get a few blocks out, Gideon said. Wait, so we're going to drive these? Foxcroft asked. Yes, but if you don't know how to drive this, just remember, it's like biking, but it's different, Gideon said. You gotta know how to ride these once in your life. Yeah, it'll be a good Christmas gift at where to crash this right now, Foxcroft said. Yeah, and also time at the sick bay at base, Gideon said. Where to spend the Christmas, am I right, boys? Ilona coughed. And girls, Gideon added. Ilona then gave the look of satisfaction to Gideon. Mitchell hopped onto a motorcycle and started the engine. He started revving the engine and stopped suddenly. Alright, come on guys, let's go, he said. I hopped onto a motorcycle and started the engine. Where are we heading? Far enough to safely get behind. Well, oh my god. Far enough to safely get behind enemy lines, Mitchell said and revved his bike again, this time driving across some rubble and onto the road. I twisted the handle and started moving. We all started following Mitchell on the line. I actually enjoyed riding the motorcycle like I do when I ride my bike back at home. Ride my back at home. Foxcroft, Scorpion, and I formed up next to each other and nodded at each other, signal that we're enjoying. For the little moment we have, we still had a mission to deal with. We rode our motorcycles for 3 minutes until Mitchell stopped his motorcycle and turned off the engine. We all did the same. We parked our bikes in the first floor of the garage that has nothing in it but moss and leaves overgrowing the structure. Alright, we'll set camp over here. We are going to wait until we are going to get the call, Mitchell said. 7 minutes late. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can spawn.
What?
Hold on. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. We're over here. We're 7 minutes later, but I'm gonna do a thing. It's a funny thing.
Hope it is. You're like giggling over there.
Wait.
What are you doing?
Alright guys, I see enemy movement to my northeast about 300 feet from where I am. A soldier on all comms said. Alright, this is it, Gideon said. Yo, contact! Mitchell said on the comms as soon as he peeked over the wall we were against. Mitchell didn't shoot like we weren't supposed to. Yeah, remember, we need the scientist. Shoot if you need to, only if you have a suppressor, Gideon said. How far are we going to find the scientist? Ilona asked. He's not going to just fall down from the sky. I'm sure we'll find him in a building or two. We just need to find a building that has lots of enemy activity and get him, Gideon said. Because I know the soldiers will not leave Denwa on his own. Alright, so I guess these guys pass. So I guess let these guys pass, I assume, and continue with the search, Foxcroft asked. Yeah, but after these guys pass, let's split up, Gideon replied. Foxcroft, Scorpion, Viper, Rachel, you all go to the tall building to my left, right across the street. The rest of us will go to the short building to the right. We all waited for about 3 minutes for the enemies to advance closer to the camp. The area around us was safe to continue with our mission. Alright, Gideon said, let's move out. Me and the usual group went to the tall building, Gideon pointed out, while Gideon and his group went to their building. I led the way with the group behind my back and arrived at the door leading inside. The door wasn't the main entrance, seemed like it was an emergency exit of some sort. I got the group to stay against the wall I was on and slowly opened the door. The metal door creaked mildly and saw darkness within the gap. Night vision on, I said, enabling my night vision on my goggles using the console on my left X-arm. The vision around my eyes became a dark green hue, and the darkness became slightly lighter. I slowly and quietly stepped into the doorway and swiftly looked around the dark room. It seems like we're in a kitchen, I said in my head as I scanned around the room we were in. There was another door I slowly opened, and it led to a staircase going up. We all decided to go up the stairs. Foxcroft, take point, I whispered into the comms. Foxcroft started taking the lead in front of me, and I followed behind. So did the rest of our team. Foxcroft led us to the second floor door. He tried to twist the door handle and it wouldn't budge. He then continued onto the third floor. We followed. Foxcroft opened the door leading to the third floor area. Well, obviously. We all started to hear unfamiliar voices. As we went deeper into the corridor, the door led us through. The voices became more clear. Manticore will be deployed soon. We just need to hold these guys back so we can deploy it globally. Why did I go with that voice? Some person said.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. While it seemed like he was typing vigorously. Sounds like a plan, Dr. Denoir. Okay, no. It sounds like a plan, Dr. Denoir. Another person replied to his statement. Denoir. I remembered that name. Gideon. Denoir's in this building. You gotta hurry. Sorry, bro. Mitchell and I are in a tight situation. We'll be there in less than 2 minutes. Try to hold up. Follow them if they move. Gideon replied. What happened? I asked. Mitchell had a misstep, and Ilona is behind gathering info. I suggest giving the info to Ilona if you want her to help you guys. I'm going to wait for Mitchell, Gideon replied. Got it, I replied. Ilona, the doctor is in our position, sending our beacons to your HUD. Alright, Viper, I'm on it. I'm on my way, Gideon said. Gideon, we're heading to Viper's location. Try to escort Mitchell out of there and come to our location later. Alright, Gideon said. Viper, I'll be there in less than 2 minutes. Try to hold up, Ilona said. I'll follow them if they move, I said. Please. Ilona replied. 2 minutes later. Okay, whoa. We're back.
Alright.
I'm gonna be here.
Alright.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. 2 minutes later. Ilona sneaked into the place we were in. She came through the route we took to get where my team is. I hear them still. What are they planning? Ilona whispered. Manticore, something like that, I replied, whispering. Manticore? Ilona said worryingly. Something's wrong? I asked. I'll tell you later. Ilona replied as Mitchell and Gideon come to our position silently. So is the doctor here? Gideon asked. Yeah, behind this door, Foxcroft said, pointing to the door the voices are coming from. Alright, get a mute charge ready, Gideon said. Mute charge? Rachel asked. You'll see how this works, Gideon replied. Mitchell, crank the charge. Mitchell pulls out a device from the back of his exoskeleton and placed the charge right beside the door. He twisted the handle and the charge activated. I couldn't hear anything but muffles at this point. Gideon kicks open the door and we all charged in, headshotting the enemies in the room except for the doctor. One KVH soldier charged at Scorpion with a knife. I tackled the soldier and shot a bullet in his right ear with my pistol. God damn! I felt the charge deplete from his power and my hearing went back to normal. And goodness, that mute charge was a really weird experience. Not being able to hear is bad, but having to push yourself to do really run gun tactics is bad enough. Holy shit, that was weird, Rachel said. Yeah, I said, chuckling. Mitchell grabbed the doctor that was hiding behind a desk at the back of the room. Have you seen your pal Hades recently? Gideon said, walking towards the doctor, and sucker punched him in the temple. The doctor fell down. I want to talk, the doctor said on the floor, grabbing his bloody nose. That's what they all say just before the screaming starts, Gideon said. You think this changes anything? You have no idea what he's capable of. You're all dead. We are dead, the doctor said as Ilona held him down on the floor. Ilona knocked the doctor out with a huge sucker punch right between the eyes. Not today, Ilona said. Bag and drag him, Gideon said. With pleasure. Ilona said, putting a breathable bag on the doctor's head and carried him over her shoulders. Damn, this guy is a feather, literally. Dang, Rachel said, you're probably just strong. Ilona replied, I don't know, but I feel like he's light. Alright guys, let's get back to base. All we need for us is the doctor, Gideon said. So let's go back to base. We went back down the stairs we came into the room from and went back into the garage, I mean. No! I don't want to share it to Facebook. Only to see a bunch of KVA surrounding us. Shit! Mitchell said, dodging a bullet and diving right into cover behind a wall. Foxcroft couldn't react quick enough. He gets shot in the left leg from a close guy to my right. Foxcroft fell down on the ground, luckily falling into cover behind the wall Mitchell was also hiding behind. I flicked my gun quickly to the right and shot the KVA in the face. He fell down lifeless on the ground. Oh, shit! Foxcroft grunted on the ground, hurting. Fuck! I got you, dude, Scorpion said, going to help Foxcroft quickly. I stayed put with my Ripper out and kept shooting the rapid amounts of enemies that were circling around the position. Ilona had her pistol out and was shooting. Mitchell and Gideon were also putting some rounds down the range of KVA. There was Tara now helping the KVA, trying to fish us out the garage. There was too much enemies surrounding us. I thought we wouldn't make it. I had to lose my position. I went to full panic mode since I couldn't compose myself for any longer. Because at that time it was all or nothing for me. I sprayed my Ripper to every enemy I saw. And unfortunately didn't remember about ammo consumption. Mitchell! What? Wait, hold up. I think this is a mistake here. Yeah, that's a mistake. Gideon, you got any spare mags? Mitchell yelled over. Shit, Gideon said. This is my last round for my HB. My gun's jam! Rachel yelled over. I quickly gave my Ripper to Rachel and took out my pistol. My pistol was single shot only and it was full on ammo. I had no choice but to use it. I focused every shot into the heads of the enemies, looked down the sights, but my shots weren't fast enough. More enemies kept coming from all directions. I'm out of pistol! Ilona said, putting away her pistol and took out her assault rifle. She had to drop the doctor down on the ground to start shooting her gun. A rumble of jet fighter became more noticed when it got more closer to our position. Then explosions came from the sky, crashing down on the enemies right around us. Have we just witnessed a miracle? Don't worry, guys, I got you. Some soldier on our comms said as the smoke cleared and the bodies covering the streets. I heard you were in some trouble. Hey, thanks, man, Gideon said. You have no idea how well timed your strike was. I'll see you back at Colorado, man, the soldier said. Wait, what? Colorado?
Colorado?
Wait, huh? Colorado? What the? I thought we were in, okay. Alright, we got the dock. Let's get back to the camp. Stock up and go to HQ, Gideon said. Let's go! Mitchell started running. Scorpion held Foxcroft off from the ground, who is still unable to walk properly. Ilona put the dock over her shoulders and followed Mitchell. I started following Mitchell as well. 6:09 p.m. back at camp. Ah, shit! Foxcroft sat on the bench at the medic bay shitting his pants because he got shot. Poor brother. Listen, I know it hurts. I'm pretty sure you've been shot before, Scorpion said, trying to calm Foxcroft down. Not in the fucking chin! Foxcroft yelled. The only thing there is bone! Yeah, so what? Scorpion said, taking his tweezers and jamming it into the bullet hole. Ah! Fuck! Foxcroft yelled. I had to run and cover his mouth. I didn't want to make it seem like a murder is taking place. Can you, shut up? I said nervously. Scorpion got the bullet out of his leg and placed the bullet and tweezers on the side on a thick napkin. There, Scorpion said, grabbing some antibiotic and some antiseptic and poured a fair amount on the clean hole in Foxcroft's shin. I grabbed bandages for Scorpion and gave it to him. He started wrapping bandages around Scorpion's left shin. Hopefully the wound is already infected, Scorpion said. I hope not, I said. What is this access space? Whoa! 7 lines of access space. Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. The key. 6:39 p.m. Jail, questioning room 3A. It was as close as we've ever been. Months on Terran's trail, now the KVA is involved. We're under number 1. The doctor was the key to literally everything. So we'll begin again. Alona asked the doctor, who is weak sitting put and handcuffed on the table. These people, who are they? So this is what you think of me, huh? The doctor said. You think I'm a rat? Fuck you. Ilona swiftly grabs the doc's head and banged it hard against the table. I think you are whatever I tell you to be, Ilona said. Ilona was one of a kind, ex-Spetsnaz, now working for Sentinel. She could be your best friend or your worst nightmare, but you never knew which one she is. We have the names. Now we just need to know when and where the meeting is, Ilona said, sitting down on a chair across from the doc. You might as well kill me. I'm already dead, the doctor said in a very defeated voice. Ilona stood off her chair and leaned against the table. But once she gets under your skin, please, Pierre, work with me. Let us help each other, Ilona said, using her romantic tactics, and grabbed his hand and went gentle. It was all over. The doctor started pointing to some plates on the map that was displayed on a screen under the table. Santorini, Greece. What a distance from here. That is a scene from the game. That's what happened. Alright. 7:03 p.m. Glass conference room 2B. It's a single source. Has the intel been verified? Our commander at Sentinel Kingpin asked. The intel is good, Irons replied. Hades is meeting with his financial bankers on Santorini 24 hours from now. Mr. Irons, Kingpin said. The protocols for mounting an assault on this man is responsible for 50,000 deaths, General. We are going in, Irons interrupted Kingpin. An operation on sovereign soil, Kingpin replied. It would be an act of war without congressional approval. Atlas is an internationally registered private company. We don't need Congress, Irons stated. Gentlemen, are we operational? Irons said, standing up off his chair. We are at the ready, sir. You're the trigger, Gideon said, and the rest of us stood up off our chairs. I want your team on the ground in 6 hours. Irons started walking out the conference room. On whose authority? Kingpin said, quickly stood up. On my authority! Irons aggressively replied. Aftermath of the call end. Woo! That was a quick one.
Yeah, that was.
Woo! Hope you guys enjoyed the story. It was a quickie. Yep. We just said that. But that's good. I got through writer's block. I just had to get in a zone and keep writing more. Next story might take a while because there's only 3 months of school left. It's going to get busy when the core semester is about to end. Final exams taking place and just been gaming all the time. Literally, as I publish this, it's 1:49 a.m. Gotta wake up 6 a.m. tomorrow for final English exam. I passed the English exam, by the way, guys. That's a huge poggers. And then take it for like 5 hours in school. Frick. I'll see you next time, folks. Jintamiko.